Renegade Immortal Episode 110, Early Preview. Within the Demon Spirit Land, Wang Lin unexpectedly discovers a portrait of the Hangyu Sect's master, Taoist Wang. With his mid-stage soul transformation cultivation, Ma Ziai powerfully slays Luo Yun, a disciple of the Heavenly Fate Sect of the Great Circle of late-stage soul transformation. And as for Ancestor Dun Tian's dying wish to make the Soul Refining Sect a rank 7 cultivation country, Ma Ziai finally begins to implement it here in the Demon Spirit Land. After the Demon Spirit Land's realm opened, all who entered were randomly separated and teleported to different areas. Appearing before Ma Ziai now was a desolate, uninhabited plain. Unlike the others, Wang Lin knew nothing of this place. Therefore, he had to find some locals to understand the situation. But after flying for several days, Wang Lin only encountered a mortal man dressed as a native who was killing a wild beast. Ma Ziai did not interfere. Instead, driven by curiosity, he quietly followed behind him, arriving at a mountain valley. However, what surprised Ma Ziai was that this place actually had a large formation, set up with ancient restrictions. Because it was so ancient, with Wang Lin's current understanding of ancient restrictions, although he could break it, it would require some time to figure out. The moment Ma Ziai entered, 3 native mortals emerged holding long spears. Wang Lin casually immobilized the 3 of them on the spot, because in Ma Ziai's view, for a place to have such a restriction, never mind whether there were treasures inside, there should be someone with a certain level of cultivation and a deep understanding of this place. At the same time, an old man with a full head of white hair walked out from within the formation. This person's name was Hua. He was an elder here, but his strength was not high. The Demon Spirit Land, unlike the outside world, mainly cultivated demon power. According to Ma Ziai's speculation, this person's cultivation base was at most equivalent to the key condensation stage of human cultivators, but he was able to control an ancient formation that even soul transformation. Cultivators wouldn't dare guarantee they could break, but Ma Ziai had no ill intentions towards these people. All he wanted was to inquire about some secrets of this land, and seeing that Ma Ziai had released his 3 clansmen, Hua said that he didn't know exactly how large this place was. He only knew that 30 million li from here, there was a city called Ancient Demon City. Moreover, he could tell at a glance that Ma Ziai was an outsider, because every 5,000 years when the Demon Spirit Land opens, many outsiders bring bloodshed and chaos, so he did not welcome Ma Ziai's arrival. He also stated that this place did not have what Wang Lin was looking for. However, when Ma Ziai asked what this item was, Hua avoided answering. This item was the Demon Spirit Jade. Among the mortals of the Demon Spirit Land, it had the effect of curing diseases. If an outside cultivator were to absorb it and merge it with their core energy, it can enhance their cultivation. The reason Hua stopped halfway through his sentence was because his clan possessed a demon spirit jade. But to stop talking halfway, isn't that just leaving someone hanging? Therefore, Ma Ziai, without any more wasted words, prepared to attack by force. However, just as Wang Lin was about to use his great power to break the formation, Hua finally relented to Ma Ziai and begged him not to destroy this formation, because in this demon spirit land, on the day of the full moon, countless demon spirits would hunt for food. Those with cultivation and demon power were better off, able to fight back with their abilities. But for mortals with no strength to even trust a chicken, they would meet their doom. The reason their tribe had been able to survive was all thanks to this formation, which had the effect of concealing their presence. After that, Ma Ziai was led by Hua to open the formation's gate and enter the valley. But the moment he entered, Wang Lin felt a little regretful, because wherever his divine sense swept, apart from Hua, everyone was immortal, the old, the weak, women, and children, and every one of them looked at Ma Ziai with eyes full of fear. For this, Wang Lin felt quite guilty. Under these circumstances, Ma Ziai, in order not to cause these people any mental distress, decided to leave. He no longer planned to ask about the situation. At worst, he would just go to the ancient demon city 30 million li away to find out more. And as a gesture of apology, Wang Lin gave these people several bottles of body-strengthening medicinal pills. But when Hua heard that Wang Lin was about to leave, he told him that today was the day of the full moon. If he left now, a bitter fight would be unavoidable. It would be better to stay here for a night and leave tomorrow. After this, Ma Ziai was brought to a small wooden cabin by Hua. However, the portrait hanging in the middle caught Wang Lin's attention, because this person looked exactly like the one he knew from the Hangyu Sect, Taoist Wang. He was identical. Even more shocking, according to Hua, this person was also called Taoist Wang, and this formation was rumored to have been left by him countless years ago. This left Ma Ziai quite bewildered. After all, the Taoist Wang he knew was just the foundation establishment elder of the Hangyu Sect. It seemed this demon spirit land held many unknown secrets, and this Taoist Wang's true identity was a clone of Lu Yun, the 5th generation Vermilion Bird Divine Emperor. his strength had already reached the third heaven's flight stage. The reason he appeared on planet Suzaku was to monitor the Tusang clan. As for the demon spirit land, it contained an immortal's cave left behind by the ancient celestial emperor. Back when Taoist Wang came here searching for treasure in order to give these powerless mortals a means of survival, he specially set up this great defensive formation. After this, because the pills Renegade were far better at curing diseases than the demon spirit jade. I'm who told Maziai the secret, and using that demon spirit jade, he exchanged several more bottles of healing pills from Wang Lin. As for Maziai, after absorbing that demon spirit jade, he began to meditate. At the same time, the demon spirits within the demon spirit land began to rampage. Wherever they passed, people or beasts were all devoured by a group of strange creatures with heads and 2 feet, leaving only white bones. And as Majai used his divine sense to scan the surroundings, he unexpectedly discovered among these demon spirit creatures a middle-aged man dressed in black, and this person's strength had already reached the late stage of soul transformation at the Great Circle of Perfection. This person's name was Luo Yun. He was a disciple of the sect known as the Heavenly Fate Sect near planet Tianyang. The moment Wang Lin's divine sense probed him, he sensed it, but in his view, the opponent's strength was only at the mid-stage of soul transformation, so he thought there was nothing to fear. And the reason he wanted to act against Mazi, another outside cultivator, was for a specific purpose. It turned out that 5,000 years ago, the Heavenly Fate Sect had a disciple who entered the demon spirit land and was one of the survivors. After this person returned, he recorded all his experiences. From those years, the so-called demon spirit land is divided into 9 celestial demon counties. The place Wang Lin was currently in was one of them, the celestial demon county. Each of these 9 places has a spirit of the ancient demon. If one can merge with it, not only will their cultivation increase explosively, they can even attain powerful divine abilities. But to obtain the spirit, one must join one of the local powers. Only with the military merits you establish can you become its master. Luo Yan had been to the ancient demon city before, but to get an official position and lead demon soldiers, the minimum requirement was a 3-Jia demon power, equivalent to a foundation establishment cultivation. Currently, Luo Yan was at 2 Jia. If he could obtain the demon spirit jade that Wang Lin had acquired, which possessed 1 Jia of demon power, he would have exactly 3 Jia. Thus, a great battle between the two was imminent. Unfortunately, although Luo Yan's strength was far greater than Wang Lin's, his cultivated divine abilities were mostly related to the primordial spirit, and Meizi happened to possess the soul restraining whip, which specialized in countering primordial spirits, as well as a second origin soul that loved to devour such things. Therefore, Luo Yan was not only defeated by Mazai's endless array of magic treasures, but his memories were also extracted by Meizi using a soul search technique. Regarding this demon spirit land, he finally had a general understanding. His soul was then collected into the Billion Soul banner. However, Meizi was not in a hurry to enter the ancient demon city now, because in his view, to establish a foothold, aside from military merit, he had to have his own forces. This way, he could attack when advancing and defend when retreating. Plus, he had also promised ancestor Dun Tian to rebuild the soul refining sack. These mortal tribes where Hua resided were the perfect choice for developing his own power base. Therefore, after this, Mazi planned to teach them some of the soul refining sect's soul extraction and refinement techniques. This would be the initial prototype for the future soul refining sect, a new sect comparable to a rank 7 cultivation country.